Will AI take over the world and destroy humans? Well, I don't know. Okay, let's just stop this madness. AI is here to help. And we are going to take advantage of that by learning how to install and use Cursor, the AI first code editor. Hopefully, you're not too scared by now because it's time for us to download and continue. Let's do it. Simply press the download button, download the file, and install it in your machine, and we can move on. As you can tell, I am now inside Cursor. Do not let it fool you. This really is Cursor. So right click, so I'm using Cursor. Yes, they changed the icon recently from the arrow to this cube. And here the icon is also different, but forget that, this is Cursor. So as you can see, all I have is uh, an empty JavaScript file. And the idea now is to use Cursor to generate code. So let's see. The first thing that I want to teach you inside Cursor is how to get help from Cursor. So I'm going to press Control K and this opens this box. Inside this box, as you can read, I can now write code instructions. And the goal is to type a prompt, and I want Cursor to write the code for a sign up form that is going to be built using NextJS and Tailwind CSS. Of course, that I'm not expecting this to be perfect. And this means we need to understand the code to fix minor bugs so the code actually works. So let's see how to do this. So this is my prompt, as you can see, and I'm gonna make it available for you in this video's description so you can test this on your own if you want to. But now I'm gonna press generate and this will output some code. And we can either accept the code or decline the code. So let's just press the button and wait until this finishes and see what comes up with. So the green means actually it's like building up the code, and you will have a chance when this is done, you will have a chance to accept or to decline the code. But let's just wait until this keeps spitting out the code. And as you can tell, it's coming along quite nicely. Okay, looks like this is done because I see the accept already. So you can accept or refuse this, reject this. What I'm going to do is to accept the code. At this point, if React.js and Next.js and JSX is nothing new to you, you're thinking that I'm crazy. I am trying I am trying to create and run a code without being inside a Next.js setup. But this is done on purpose. All I wanted to do is to create a separate file and use that file in order to instruct a cursor to give me the code that I want. Of course, that we now need to set up a standard Next.js project in order to test this code. So let's do it. Okay, using this command, I created a standard Next.js project, and I'm going to be using the code that was generated by Cursor inside this Next.js project and see if this works or not. Let's do it. The first thing that I want to do is to replace the code that came with installation with this code. So I'm gonna Control A, delete everything, and I'm just gonna copy paste everything here. Okay. At a first glance, we have no errors, but I see already a problem, and you probably are seeing it as well. So let me just zoom in a bit and close this bar. And we do not need this anymore. So yeah, let's focus on this bit. We are using useState, okay? That alone means that we need to use useClient, okay? useClient. And I am copying, pasting the code, but I do not have Framer Motion installed, nor I have React icons. And I can check that here. And of course I don't. So let's open the console and do npm I Framer Motion and also React icons. Press enter. Okay, and this will allow me to use these imports, of course. So now I have React icons, Framer Motion, all good. Okay, so I'm grabbing whatever the user is typing, because in the prompt I required to console log whatever was typed. So I'm using motion here for some sort of animation created by, of course, Cursor. I'm just going to run the project npm run dev and see if we get any errors or not. It's starting. Let's open localhost 3000. Just look at that. We have something on the screen already. Definitely we are missing stuff. Okay. There's the button with a cool small animation. And as requested, this is responsive. This is actually centered in the page. But yeah, in terms of UI UX, we definitely need to change something. So let me type something. I'm typing something, but I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so that means we need to adjust our CSS, in this case, Tailwind CSS utility classes. First, CSS fix, I simply added this class, and as you can tell, I now can see the labels, so the user knows what should type inside these inputs. And if I type something, I now see, but the password field, I didn't directly specify that I want to protect it, but this is actually cool. And I got this toggle icon that allows me to see what was typed. So this is actually better than I expected. So I also required that when the user presses this button, I want to see whatever was typed inside the fields and console log that into the console. Will that work? Let's see. Time to see if when I press this button, I see the information inside the console, because that's one of my requirements in the prompt. So let's see. I'm going to press the button and boom, there you have it. So this is actually fully working. So this is amazing, and this is the first thing that I wanted to show you and to teach you how to use this cursor editor. Thank you, my friend. You are very helpful after all. But we are not done yet. So now you have the code, but let's just assume that you do not understand what's going on. So once again, you could use the shortcut Control K and write a prompt to ask for details. You could ask a cursor to explain you bit by bit what this code is doing. Okay, I do have my prompt here. Let's submit and see what it does. Okay, looks like it's adding comments to each block of text to let you know what it's doing. Not too bad. I'm not going to bother to read and check if it's correct or not. I just wanted to show you what it does. So let's just accept. Let's try another prompt. So let's press submit. And let's accept. As you can see, you can ask questions. So this is amazing. Now let's try to chat with a cursor. So I have included use effect. And what I want to do, and I'm actually already getting suggestions, I want to chat and ask how to use effect. So I'm going to click here and how to use effect hook. Okay, it's spitting out some data, but just by reading this part, I can tell right away this is old React.js. So yeah, and definitely use effect is a React hook, but yeah, not great, but not too bad. And then I'm getting this example, and at the first glance, this looks good. So now I can use this suggestion and try to implement this inside my project if I want to. So as you can see, this chart is also very helpful. And finally, let's see the last function that I wanted to show you, which is code completion. So I want cursor to suggest me some code. So I have a blank file because I deleted everything that we had previously, and I'm going to try to write a custom function and see if I get any code suggestion that fits my needs. So I'm going to start with a const. I'm going to call it my function, and there you have it. I didn't even finish, so I'm going to finish this bit, and I believe if I press tab, I will accept this, and boom, there you have it. So this is how you can use the power of AI to help you in 2024 and in the future. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. Many things can happen. We don't know. So let's not focus too much on that. Let's just use this to the best of our abilities and improve our confidence, reduce our imposter syndrome, and improve the quality of our code. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you on the next video.